So we will now start a presentation about the harnesses. We already had a short introduction to it and why I wanted to give you this talk. So in the PDTE we don't really need to explain it, I hope, but there is a reason why we don't put the seat belt over the neck, although there were some attempts in the past, as we can see. And we need a harness, right? This is what we recommend to our clients, and this is what we want for dogs, because this is the gear that doesn't cause pain and allows free movement for the dog and doesn't cause injuries over time. But is that true for all kinds of harnesses? So what kind of harness is really good? Imagine yourself a client and you tell your client, for example, you need a harness and not a collar. What is the first thing you do? How do you find a good harness? You?
We type in Canuzzo.
You probably look on Google, right? Probably this is the first thing you do. So I tried to put on the client's shoes and put on Google dog harness, and this is the first page of what comes up. So to be honest with you, I do not see one harness over here that I would choose for my dog and I would recommend to my client. None of this looks right. So, well, apart from things that are really looking very strange, only from the back, probably just for the support, but most of these go over the shoulder of the dog. And when we are actually looking at the right harness, we want this Y-shaped. So these are the basic features of the harness that we want to see on a dog. It's the Y shape on the front. So there is no pressure on the neck, it sits low enough. We want the center of the harness to be on the sternum bone, and you can feel it yourself over here. It's a bone that you can easily feel, and the dogs have it too. And if any pressure is applied, you do not feel any discomfort, but if the pressure is applied somewhere here, somewhere here, somewhere here, it's soft tissue, you will feel kind of the pain and the pressure. So we want for sure the harness to sit on the sternum bone. And the back straps, those ones, they shouldn't be too close to the armpit, so the dog can move the leg really, really freely. And we can look at that again and see that really there is no, some of the harnesses maybe have the Y-shaped at the front, but most of them will sit too close to the dog's armpit or go over the shoulder. So it's a pity that right harnesses are not widely available, and we need to dig deep to find the right one. So when we are choosing a harness, our goal with that really is to allow the dog to move freely. It means free shoulder movement, and the elbow goes all the way back, and the shoulder joint can extend forwards and backwards all the way. And I love this little video of Teddy here. I want to play it again because she shows just how stable and how nice is this to move freely. She's climbing over a hill and she can stop herself and balance and then slowly proceed. So this is what we want our dogs to do, to move freely and feel stable in their body as a result. And I want to show you a small clip from Professor Dr. Martin Fisher. In PDTE we are familiar with his work, and if you are not, I definitely recommend watching this recording of his lecture from a Kion Symposium 2017 where he shows his work. And I will find the right moment for you just to show you the shoulder movement. So look how forwards the shoulder blade is moving towards. You see it's inside the dog, we can see almost to the neck. You see that? The front leg goes up almost to the neck, all the way to the front. So it's so important that the harness allows that movement. So definitely then, if we want our shoulder to move that freely, these harnesses are out. So the first one, you can understand that it just goes directly over the shoulder blade over here, so it will not allow that movement. This one restricts the shoulder movement because of the padding here and over here as well, behind the armpit. This one too, it's just the version of the first one, and there is a lot of padding as well. The padding goes all the way on the shoulder blade, so This will not allow free movement. And so I made some experiments and videos that all you like. I've put different harnesses on my dog Heidi, and it will be hard to see, but don't worry, I will explain you all the points. So with this very raw look at these pictures, can you identify which picture shows you completely free shoulder blade? Number 3? Number 3, okay. Any more versions?
1.
Number 1, okay. All right, 3 and 1. We identified kind of our favorites. Now I want you to look at this point. So let's start at the top circle. This is where the harness meets the shoulder blade. So I want you to look at the pictures 2, 3, and 4. Do you see how it is directly on the shoulder blade, the strap of the harness? Yeah. And okay, point number 2, so that's the circle, the second circle below. Do you see the triangle of the shoulder blade, how far it can move? Do you see how different it is in this? And the length of the step, so this is, so how much the leg can extend, and the length, how long the step is? Yes. You have trained your eyes a little bit? Let's look at that again. What is your favorite now, you think? Which one? Number 1. Thank you for confirming. I think so too. But it's always good to have trained people looking at it, honestly. And I will show you a video now. So videos are from these situations. It's a little bit hard to look at them. I will play them over and over. So just keep looking how the step is long and how smooth it is. So these 2 points. So let's look at that. Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
Okay, let's watch that again. The whole posture
Absolutely,
changes.
yeah.
The whole way to move changes.
The last one is so small steps.
Such short steps on the last one. And I will show you the harnesses that I have used. So even though those harnesses match the parameters that we have said before, they all have wide shape. They, you can regulate the belly. 3 of them really change how my dog moved. And I mean to put no shade, no negative comments, but I want to ask you one more question. So on these 3 harnesses, 2, 3, and 4, what is one common thing about them?
They're all wide.
They are wide, yes. What is different from the first?
You have to
take it over the head.
Yes, over the head. Clips at the front. Okay.
Adjust.
You can't adjust the
Up and
length
down.
up and down the body.
Yes. Oh, thank you, my Nordic team. Always at the front. Yes, it is true. So the main element, I think, that makes those harnesses different and that hinders the movement of the front leg is the adjustable top strap. Because when you can adjust this, you can make the angle at which the front strap sits much better. So it doesn't go all the way like this. So you see like this, it sits on the shoulder blade. And like this, it doesn't. I will show you a better picture of that. So here we had Marianne, our colleague from PDTE. We helped to adjust the harness on her dog. So you see on the first picture how the angle of the front straps is really wide. So the harness touches the shoulder blade. When the dog will be moving, the front leg will be touching the shoulder blade. And it's much better on the second picture. You need a trained eye to see this kind of things. I realize it's hard. Are you all seeing this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the adjustable top strap really helps. Or if we can have a longer, Hakehana has longer back harnesses, so I think those are really good. I think you said, Steph, that for most of your clients they fit better. Yeah, I think so too. And then of course it allows you then to have a big enough space here at the armpit. So this harness has adjustable back. Is this okay, harness? Would you like it? Yes, very good catch. It doesn't have really Y on the front. Exactly. The harness straps do not adapt really to the shape of the dog because we have such different dogs like these two, Heidi and the other dog. Both of them wear the L size, yes, but their shapes are so different. The width of their chest is so different and more. So all of these 4 dogs, they wear the L size, the same size of the harness. You see how the dog on the left, Sashka, she is so tiny in the chest, so she will really need the harness to adapt correctly on her, and therefore we need the rings on the front. Some harnesses have triangles. I feel this is not good enough because with the triangles the angle at which the strap sit will be the same, so I really want to see rings. Some harnesses have like all the way ring and some have half rings, but it's okay, I think in both cases. More evil details. So unfortunately on this harness we have the front buckles, but they are only on one side, and I feel that this will unbalance the weight of the harness, so it will be sliding, it will be changing the movement of the dog from one side, and that's not very good. And of course we don't really want to see the front ring on harnesses, because if we attach a leash on the front, it will really change how the dogs walk. We want the leash to be attached on the back. So let's recap very quickly. How do we choose a harness? Having in mind this knowledge and having a deeper look. Definitely we want to have the Y shape on the front. We want to have straps being adjustable as much as possible on all sides of the dog, and especially on the top. If we cannot adjust on the top, at least we want to have a longer one. So some brands have just a longer option of the top strap of this one. It's very, very nice if we don't have any padding. I have mixed feelings about padding. It looks pretty. We have asked Julia Robertson about that. She said padding is for humans, but for some dogs who are very, very wide-chested, I think it won't impact so much, but most dogs it will, because they have pretty narrow chests, so I do not like padding on harnesses. And we want the straps on the front to be connected by rings, and we want the elements to be in balance, so we don't want them to be pushing on one side to make the harness heavier from one side. And this is how we have designed Canuzzo. These are the elements that we had in mind, and I will just tell you from kind of our process perspective what we achieved. We found a really lightweight material, and our M harness weighs only 100 grams, which dogs seem to really like. They seem to like something very light on their body versus something heavy on their body. We achieved adjustable top. It was not easy because when the dog pulls, the pressure really goes through the top strap, so this buckle has to be super durable, because with a pull it's easy to break. Tests that we had. And we have 4 buckles, so therefore if a dog has trouble having something put over their head, they feel so much more relaxed putting the harness from the side. And the lock, I realize maybe for smaller breeds it's not so important, but in some cases small dogs pull so much too, and the clip adds 30 kilos more braking load if you close it. So it's just, you know, if you happen to have a small dog but can't pull so much, it's a good addition. We added also a little bit of protection for the ring, so that when a leash is attached, it doesn't hit directly the dog's body. And we know they have such sensible spot here on the vertebrae, so it's so nice that something doesn't hit them here all the time. And yeah, as a bonus, we found that this material dries so quickly, so when it gets wet, it dries in a couple of hours for the next walk. Thank you, my Nordic team. And we made the seam stresses that make this for us to make the seams outwards. So here it doesn't touch the dog, so the seams are outwards. And colors are very nice. And a bit made licious. They're not long enough yet because the material is too light to have them in 10 meters, but we are looking for better material, and we are very grateful to Turid, who gave good feedback to us, and Linden Turid used our harnesses in the Hundeland in Norway, so we are extremely thankful for them. And for everyone who gave us feedback. I know many of you were with us in early stages. I'm incredibly grateful for that. And yeah, if you want to take a look, this is our website, but there are other brands of harnesses who do very good job, and we've used our Hagihana harness for more than 2 years, so it's very good harness too. And if you have any questions to me now, I'm done.